lineup. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Williams, following the three by Houston that went in. Pass to Matthews. Back to Williams. And good on the basket. Booking. Williams has got 12 in the game.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Beverly against Harris. There's a screen by Motiejunas. And Beverly kicks to Decker. Motiejunas a screen on Nowitzki. Here's McDaniels. 5 points in the game. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Shot from free throw range. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his 6th assist on the night. Rockets leading by 10. Decker with it. There's the screen to the middle. And it's out of bounds to the Rockets as Houston retains possession.
Well, let's take a look at last year's Dallas Mavericks and where they ranked in the NBA. 2nd in points off turnovers. 3rd in scoring. And they also showed up in the top 5 in fewest turnovers. When you squeeze the orange and take care of the basketball like they do, you put yourself in position to win.
And go back to points off those turnovers. I mean, teams really get caught unprepared to deal with that blitzing style, that trapping, diving in the passing lanes, and then running it down your throat in transition.
Hey, I like creativity and the circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Now Harris, 5 points in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Beverly. Some last season stats for him. Put up about 10 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he continues to hone his game. I think the potential is there.
Oh, yeah, you can see the potential clearly, but it's raw, unrefined. He needs to keep polishing it up.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Villanueva comes in for Zaza Pachulia. And it's Felton in for Williams. To the middle. And Brewer kicks to Beverly. Inside, Decker. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Matthews having a good one. He has 9 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
J.J. Barea is checked in for Devin Harris.
All right, let's go.
Good on the second free throw. Mavs were solid on the road last year with a record of 23-18 away from Dallas. Clark, good for 5th most road wins in the West.
And, Kevin, that's what you'd expect from a veteran team like the Mavs. I mean, throughout the roster, this team has guys that understand what it takes to win on the road.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Tell you what, this is some serious showmanship here. Loving that tomahawk.
Clark, he came with force, and that's not just getting 2 points. He was sending a message.
Making a statement.
And also a momentum shifter. I mean, the energy, you can see it. Take a look at the bench. Those guys are fired up. That makes you want to fight.
Motiejunas with the steal. And here comes the break. Here's McDaniels. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal, and then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And so here is Dallas following the score by Houston. It's deflected. Clock at 6. Nowitzki drives in. That's good. Nowitzki's got 14 points.
And guys, the Mavs did have a good record on the road last year. Most of it came at the expense of the Eastern Conference. Only 10 of their 23 road wins came against teams in the West.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Feeds it to Decker. And now Barea running the floor all by himself. And rejection by McDaniels. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's on Raymond Felton.
You know, it's funny, back to the Mavs on the road last season, they were much better defensively on the road than they were at home, and that's typically not the case. It's usually flipped, better at home on D than on the road.
Jeremy Evans checks in for Dallas.
I'm putting you in. Let's go.
He's off on the second. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Timeout charge to Houston.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And for Raymond Felton, last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, you know, Greg, being the leader, the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for you.
Right.
You know, you're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career.
Here is Harden. The Mavericks.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float. Float on. And then finally takes it down for the finish.
You can mention the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good.